Hello everybody, hello and welcome to another episode of the LFC Transfer Room. Today we're back, our first watch-along since we won the first part of the quadruple for this season. I'm maintaining that positivity that we had coming out of that stream for definite. Today we face Norwich City, as I'm sure you are all aware already. FA Cup 5th round. We win this, we're into the quarterfinals already. So plenty to play for. I think the squad that Klopp has chosen to go with is quite interesting. Gives us an insight into how he views his squad, but also how seriously he's looking to take this competition. Jen, Hyla, hello. Thank you very much for joining me again on this quite miserable Wednesday evening in London. Don't know how it is where you guys are. Bojack, as I don't know if you guys can see, did come in, left some Gomez slander, and then dipped again. I don't know if he'll rejoin or not, but I hope he does. I want to make amends with him. We've not seen eye to eye all the time, and I'm keen to make amends and just accept our differences. It will not define us. We're both Liverpool fans at the end of the day. So let's get straight into the lineup, which, as you've guessed, does contain Joe Gomez, starting alongside Ibrahim Konate. So he is the only... No, wait. Jota was on the bench. So he's the only surviving member, alongside Jordan Henderson, from the Carabao Cup final. Apart from that, it is wholesale changes. Alisson back in goal. He said he would not put Kelleher in the situation of playing 120 minutes and then starting a few days later, which is interesting for a goalie. Let me know your thoughts on that. Good evening, Jen. Bloody hell, I didn't know Chelsea were losing. We'll keep an eye on that. So Alisson starting in a goal for today. James Milner, interestingly, is at right back. So no space for Owen Bradley today. It's not Connor Bradley. It's Owen Beck and Connor Bradley. So the right back, Connor Bradley, is on the bench for today, I believe. And I think that's probably one of the most interesting choices he's made today. I think the rest you could probably have guessed that. I think putting Milner there, it's important for him to get minutes, so it's good that he's in it. I don't have too much of a problem with it, because at the end of the day, we should be beating Norwich no matter who we put out. It's important that James Milner still feels like he's wanted at the club. Obviously, he's important to Jurgen Klopp. So, I'm really not too fussed about Jurgen picking James Milner at right back, but some of you might not like it. So do let me know your thoughts on that. As I said, centre back a duo of Konate and Gomez, and then left back is Kostas Tsimikas. In the midfield, Jordan Henderson, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Curtis Jones, and then up front, Origi, Jota and Minamino. Can the kings of the Carabao Cup become the kings of the FA Cup? We'll get another indication of that today. We are less than 15 minutes from kickoff, so a slightly shorter show today. So I just thought, we're all knackered. We're all fatigued from watch-alongs and reactions from the Carabao Cup final. I know I am. I hung around. I overstayed my welcome a little bit that day. I will admit it. I was all over the place. I just couldn't... Part of it, I couldn't get out of my seat for a variety of reasons. The other half, I was just so excited. I just wasn't ready for the party to end kind of thing. So I stuck around. Jen, one of these days, me and you are going to fall out. I'm telling you. It's getting out of hand. We can't keep having this every stream, Jen. But, I will say thank you all the same, because it's very rude not to. Thank you very much for the super sticker. But again, let me know your thoughts in the chat about the starting 11, who you're happy to see or who you're not happy to see. Bojack, as I said, definitely not happy to see Joe Gomez, to the point where he's actually apparently not going to bother watching the game, which is interesting. Gary Richards, how you doing? Matthias, hope you're doing well as well. I was in the same boat as you, Matthias. It was, I was an absolute state. Thank you very much, Jen. Much appreciated. So, part of the reason why this is a sort of show as well is because we should we really should be dispatching of this lot. There's not too much to say in terms of build up, apart from the fact that we should be relatively knocking this out of the park. Again, I never like to go into a match with that much arrogance, but having actually been able to go and watch Norwich play live, not just on telly, they are absolutely dreadful. I watched them play against West Ham in the London Stadium, and they are just dreadful. And of course, we've played them a few times. Even when they went in front, they couldn't hold on to that for more than 10-15 minutes or so, and then they just dropped. So it's a case for me of just getting that first goal, and then it should all fall into place quite nicely. Tar, I'm good, thank you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Yes, Jen, thank you very much. Gary, no, I don't have a tea today. I've gone for a nice cool drink. Just had chili con carne for dinner. Got a Lucasade orange. And as a little sweet treat, I've got some Maynard's. Hang on, some Maynard's wine gums. Love it. Non-promotional. Not sponsored by them at all, so let's not get into trouble. Shit. Wait, I've just dropped one. It's in the printer somewhere. Hyla says, I would have loved more youngsters in the team, but maybe this is not the time. Norwich going all in here. Yeah, so there's a lot of... there are a few injuries for this Norwich side, but, you know, they've got to do something to keep their spirits up, I guess, and a scalp in the FA Cup would do some good, you know. It's not one that they're looking to just completely pass up on. They will try to make things difficult. I just think they absolutely lack the ability to make things difficult, even if they wanted to, unfortunately. Gary, going for a 15-0 prediction. Always, I think you're maybe one of the most optimistic people on this channel, and just got to love the enthusiasm. Going back to Hyla's comment on youngsters, it's going back to what I said at the start. It's interesting, you know. Of course, Jurgen knows there's talk of a quadruple, but even I think it's kind of very preemptive. I think the media aren't doing us a favour. They're promoting it heavily, and all we've done is won the Carabao Cup at this point. You shouldn't be speaking about a quadruple until you're three quarters of the way there, really. And yeah, I think there's a lot of youngsters on the bench. It's just not worth putting them in here, it being a difficult night, and then having to rely on like Salah and Mane to come on and rescue things. But I even with our youngsters, I think we would have won. But I think for me, it's a clear sign of intent. But also, you've got to keep those fringe players happy. Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner, Gomez, Tsimikas, Origi, Minamino. You know, they're all in and around the squad, and you've got to keep them happy and play in games like this. You can't go from the very top starting 11 straight to the youngsters. You have got to play these players and give them their chance as well. Jen says, let's hope Ox has a better game tonight. No Salah contract news, Gary, unfortunately. Thoughts on Roman selling Chelsea? Well, I hope not to get too political on the LFC transfer room. We can do an LFC politics room. That would be a good laugh. I do hope that he's not able to sell it, as in I hope the UK government maybe stop that, nationalise Chelsea FC. That'd be pretty good. You know, if the whole point is to sanction him, take his properties away, you can't let him sell a massive asset for 3 billion quid, can you? That's not really sanctioning. That's just forcing him out the door, but he still takes all the rewards for it. Hyla says maybe it's a sign of something, that pure hanger. Oh, sorry, that's not about this game. So it is still. So what's the time for Luton Chelsea? That's unreal. I want to know what squad they had. So it's the game's still going on. Oh, it's only bloody half time. I wouldn't get too excited. I thought they were in like the 60th minute or something. Who have they got? God, they got Kepa in goal. That's brave. No wonder he's let in 2 goals. Rudiger, Loftus-Cheek, Malang Sarr, Hudson-Odoi, Jorginho, Saul, Kennedy, Mason Mount, Lukaku, Werner. I mean, that's a strong team. And they've got firepower off the bench. Kovacic, Kante, Pulisic, Barkley, Reece James, Edouard Mendy. Would, if it goes to penalties, would they take off Kepa this time? Who knows? But we'll certainly keep an eye on that as well as we approach the beginning of this game. Apart from Gary, who we know has gone for a 15-0, which is bold. I respect it. Let us know your thoughts on this game. What are you expecting? What are your score predictions? I'll have to go for a comfortable 3-0 today, I think. But do let me know. If you are new, whether you're new or not, please do like this video. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to the channel as well. It's a lovely place to be. If you're a football fan, more specifically a Liverpool fan, but we've got other fans on here as well sometimes. Please... We don't just have watch-alongs, we've got transfer news, debates, casual laid-back chats on a Monday, Premier League news on a Friday, all sorts, everything you could need if you're a football lover and a Liverpool lover. So please consider getting involved. Highlight says, the sale of Chelsea will go really quick, I think. The debt Chelsea's loan from Abramovich, according to Abramovich, will not be a part of the sale. Yeah, I'm not really an expert on the ins and outs of all of that kind of stuff. It's in, you know, I think Abramovich does have genuine care for Chelsea, and he would be keen to not leave them in a bad state. But I think the government needs to step in, or someone needs to step in and kind of seize it, because otherwise he's getting £3 billion, and we're meant to be sanctioning him. It just doesn't really work, does it? And Matthias goes for a 3-0. So we're in the same boat on this one. So we're very close. We're very close to kick off now. Watching these in bed as I pull my back. How have you done that? You're always getting injured. You're more injury prone than Cater, I think, isn't you, Matthias? Yeah, so of course, get well soon as well. But I'm keen to hear about this. The good thing about this game, because I could not remember for the life of me who we had after the cup final, is that if we were to have a hangover, which we won't, I'm confident that we won't. But this is the best kind of game for it. Like, cannon fodder at the bottom of the Premier League. Really not much going for them. Injury hit. The only player I bloody recognise who came out of the tunnel there is Pookie. The players are out now. Jen, I've got wine gums, and I've got just a Lucozade Orange, one of my favourites. Opted for some sweetness and some coldness, rather than a nice hot drink, or an alcoholic one this time. The last statement from Abramovich: the net profit from the sale will go into a fund meant for injuries from the Ukrainian war. I mean, that's definitely not Abramovich who said that. That's people who represent him. And it's all very well planned and discussed beforehand, I'm sure. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to what comes from his camp. I think, everything that we need to know about him is out in the open in terms of his involvement in the Russian government, who he's friends with, etc., etc. Cedric, hello. Hope you're doing well, mate. Let me know how you are doing today and what your predictions are for this game. Me and Matthias have gone for a 3-0. Gary says that part of London will suffer because, love him or not, he pumped money into that part of London in the same way Mansour invested into the greater Manchester area. I did some in the north. The thing, London's kind of its own. It's just its own place. Like, it's being what's the word? Gentrified. It's being gentrified left, right, and centre. And I don't think that's just as a result of football clubs and football owners. I think it's just a general scheme to, get rid of the quote unquote undesirables and get in some nice rich white people to live in tall glass tower blocks. So in that way, I wouldn't worry too much. Jen's going for a 6-0. That would be a nice hangover cure, wouldn't it? A nice hangover cure from winning the League Cup. There is still so much football to go. The players are out. You'll Never Walk Alone is being sung. Cedric says still fantastic. 4-0. I think Norwich are missing good players. So under Klopp, we've never reached the quarterfinals, which is quite unbelievable, but unsurprising given his previous team selections in this competition. So this is a massive chance to do that, get into that quarterfinal, and then we are, of course, just 2 games away from the final if we do that. But it is Norwich City first in this FA Cup 5th round tie at Anfield. The players take a knee. Hello, Lucas. Hope you're doing well. And now we can get underway with this first half. Here we go. We're back again. Bloody hell. Just flies. Having 2 games a week just makes the week go faster. We need a fast start, a quick goal, and then it should be a fairly chilled out evening. Oh. Oh, Sam Matterface on commentary. Wicked cool. Matthias says, hopefully I'll be okay by the end of the week or beginning of next week so I can get back to work. Anyway, come on, Liverpool. Lucas as well. Sorry, I did say hi. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what your predictions are for the game. I don't think this will be a walkover. Norwich will fight tooth and nail to try and get something out of this season. Liverpool will win, of course, but maybe not with a huge result. So it's Jordan Henderson who will be filling in for Fabinho in that CDM role, which will be interesting to see. You do feel there is a fair amount of a gap between the 2 players. Oh, let's do it like that. Nice. Hi, Dave. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Let me know how you're feeling about today's game, what your predictions are, etc., etc. Wait. I need to be more over here. Ugh. Yeah, Kabak has some sort of an injury as well. I didn't realise they were so injury ravaged. But they're coming forward here, and is that our offside trap at work? It looks like it probably was, but it's Allison was out quickly to clear as well. And Matthias says, "Is the beard coming back, Louis?" Yes, it was. It was a bit of a mistake. It was a bit of a mistake, if I'm being honest with you. I won't be shaving apart from tidying up. I won't be shaving too much at all for a while. Let it grow back out and then look after it from there. It was a nice experiment, but not to be repeated too soon, I don't think. Dave's going for a 2-1 Liverpool win. So I guess that's more in Hyler's boat, predicting a tighter game. Lucas going for a 4-2 victory. Norwich playing out from the back here. Minamino does well to win it back. Henderson does the same. Canate plays it forward. Here's Gomez. Oh, I hope Bojack isn't here. Bloody Gomez just touched the ball. Joe Gomez. Oh, I'm not going to overdo it. He's done well to get the ball back to Alisson there. Thank you. Yeah, I've grown to like it a bit better than when I first done it. It's just got a bit of a bit of an extra chin going on. So get that covered up nice and quickly. Of course, yeah, Kelleher now has his face on the now famous AXA Training Centre goalkeeper wall. So every goalkeeper who's ever won a major cup for us is on there. So to my disgust, Adrian is on that wall, unfortunately. I mean, he did well in that cup final, but, you know, given what he is, what we know he is, it's a bit jammy having him on there, but... Proud moment for Kelleher, no doubt, and it's nice to have him recognised that way. He'll live forever, unless we move from that training ground. Jen says, never mind Gomez, it's Ox. Yeah, you know, a couple of players here who need to prove themselves. Curtis Jones hasn't been that involved in recent squads, and of course, even when Thiago was injured in the build-up to the final, it was Harvey Elliott who was preferred to move onto the bench, and actually even came on and did quite well for himself. And you know, I think that might have hurt the ego of Jones a bit, and hopefully we'll sort of see him fight back for his place and kick on a little bit. Getting back to what you said, Jen, yeah, Oxlade-Chamberlain, I'm not expecting, you know, even if he gets a goal today, I'm not gonna suddenly pretend he's the answer to our midfield quality in depth. I don't like to have agendas and stuff, but my opinion on Oxlade is pretty much concrete at this point. There's not much he can do. I just think it's time. To part ways. I'm sure he could do well for another club in the Prem. Just not us, unfortunately. By the way, that dance Simicast did in the locker room after the finale, legendary. I didn't realise he spat his gum into the stand as well. I hope, because I don't know what was underneath, I'm hoping he kind of spat into an empty bit, but that's kind of Liverpool tainted glasses there. What a ball from Minamino to find Jota. If he does something with this, that's a brilliant ball. Comes back to Oxlade. That's my tacky. It wasn't even tacky. Bollocks. Tacky has earned us a corner. It was Jones who played that ball. Apologies. Yeah, I agree with you, Jen. He just ain't all that. He ain't all that. If you are new to this channel, please do consider liking the video and subscribing. You'll love it, I promise. Here comes the corner. Oh, Divock Origi almost caught it sweet. Minamino has it on the left-hand side. Jones. Now he's going for his shot. Oh, fucking hell, man. There's not many things as predictable as an Oxlade-Chamberlain 40-yard shot attempt, is there? Jesus Christ. Like, I can't believe he's still allowed to do that as often as he does. One, it's so predictable. Two, it hardly ever works. And three, it just kills our attacks. If he happens to play in a big game because of injuries or circumstance or whatever have you between now and the rest of the season, and he does that, I will lose my shit on stream. If we're playing Man City and he ends up somehow becoming part of the squad, or there's injuries or what have you, and he does that, I will go wild. Oh, breaking news. Kepa's penalties just landed in Mateus's backyard. How many times shall that man shoot and miss? Way too many. Way too many times. It's beyond a joke at this point. I can't do it. I can't take it no more. I've been lucky with my wine gums so far. I've got like 3 reds in a row. Now I've got... Oh, right. A black and 2 greens. Oh! Curtis Jones, left side of the box. Swinging effort. Almost caught Tim Krul out. Just over the bar for a goal kick. Good effort. He looks angry. He looks like an angry man trying to prove himself here. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm not chewing into the microphone. No, I love the red ones. Red of any sweet is just definitely good. I like Dean Smith. I wish he hadn't joined Norwich because they are just a bit of a lost cause. He should have taken a bit more time after getting the sack from Villa, but I guess he was just keen to prove himself as a Premier League manager. But he did well last season. Although I guess people might put that down to first season luck, or they had a few loan players who were good, like Barkley. Obviously still had Grealish as well. Big tackle there from Joe Gomez as well. I hope Bojack isn't watching. Origi goes for a bit of a clever flick from the throw-in, but it doesn't come off. And possession now in the Norwich throw-in on the halfway line. Joe Gomez does well again to hold off Pookie. I'd say compared to the last game, in these first 10 minutes, Gomez expectantly looking a lot more confident in his natural position at centre-back. Now Milner has a chance to bring it forward, of course playing at right-back rather than midfield. No big chances yet for either side. Foxtrot Oscar, hope you're doing well. Says, damn, that is a weak lineup. I think it could have been a lot weaker, or a lot younger at least. Now, you know, you've got to remember, we didn't just play a game 3 days ago. We played a cup final, 100 miles an hour, and went the full distance as well. So it's very unrealistic to expect to keep the majority of those players. We know Henderson's got an engine in him. Canate, of course, you know, plays centre-back, maybe doesn't need as much of a rest. And it is Norwich, as you rightly point out. Oh, a decent cross there. All right, Foxtrot, bloody hell. You've only been here a minute. Let's not get sarky. I was just saying, everyone got on his back about how he played at fullback. I'm just saying, he looks more comfortable in his natural position. And both games were against Norwich, so that's a good indicator. Yeah, it's not bad reserves to have, though, is it? To be able to play Jota, Curtis Jones, Henderson. What's his bloody name? You know, Oxlade-Chamberlain, as much as I don't like him, he's not a bad reserve to be able to call upon. Our back line's still very strong. There we go. We've won it. Minamino. Oh, Curtis Jones. Oh, cut back and it's put out for a corner. Good work there from the Reds. Curtis Jones and Minamino linking up well on the left-hand side. His touch in the box, Curtis Jones, is looking like on point today. As I said, he's angry. He's keen to prove himself. Oh. Corner headed away. Back with Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right-hand side. He's going to whip one in. Origi's got it. Now Canate. Henderson goes for a strike. Goes for a half volley. Well over the bar. Again, if you are new, or if you haven't done so already, please consider liking this video. It really helps us out. We're a small little channel. And if you haven't already done so, please do think about subscribing. We don't just do watch-alongs. We do all your Liverpool news, transfer news, debates. Sarah Marshall, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Take that up with Foxtrot. I didn't say it was our reserves. That's him. Oh. Oh. Oh, Pookie. Drags his shot wide. So that's their first chance of the game. Oh. A recommendation for everybody, regular listeners and new alike. If you are particularly interested in deeper dives into our tactical setup, our formation, how we arrange the offside, but also players that we're interested in, players we've got and how they would work in a Liverpool team. Sam Maguire, he's on Twitter, but he's also got a Patreon where he does articles about these sort of things, and it is a fantastic read. He's getting free marketing from me right now. If you have a few quid to spare to be able to read his articles, because the money goes straight to him and you're supporting him in doing that, I really would recommend it. Oh my God, they've had another chance there, but a good defending from Tsimikas. That's got to be a free kick. Nope. José wins it back. That's going to get the crowd going, and he gets the free kick as well. Good work from him there. Harbinder Singh, hope you're doing well. From Malaysia. Fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. Please do consider subscribing if you are new to the channel and liking this video. And, of course, keep on getting involved in the chat as well. We're a lovely bunch. We're a friendly bunch. Oh. So there's a free kick on the halfway line. Sam Byron picks up a yellow card. I mean, their players are just the definition of mid, aren't they? Unfortunately. Every single thing in it is mid. The Cat says 2-0 at full time. Here comes Jones. Tsimikas tries to roll his man. Goes out for a throw in to us, though. So Chelsea, 54 minutes in, still 2-1 to Luton, by the way. And Southampton, they've just kicked off in the second half, and they are still beating West Ham by 1-0. So it's sad. West Ham, one of my second teams, because my family do support them. My dad and my brother are massive supporters of West Ham. It's sad to see their season kind of crumbling away. It looks very unlikely they'll make top 4. The Europa League is sort of all they've got now. I just don't know whether they've got the squad. They've only got one out-and-out striker. Decent ball in from Simicas, finds Ox at the back. Now Milner puts one in. It was going to fall to Simicas. He tries to take it on the volley, and it takes it's blocked by a Norwich defender, and it'll be another Liverpool corner here. The Cat says, I think we're missing a creative player, though, at the moment. I think Curtis Jones is doing pretty well at that at the moment. Jota as well. I know he's further forward, but very creative. I laughed so hard when I heard Chelsea are going to be sold by Abramovich. Well, it just depends how this goes, because they could just get bought by another billionaire, and then it doesn't really matter. Minamino's shot's just blocked. It doesn't really matter if they just get sold to another billionaire, does it? But if the government step up their sanctions and what have you and actually seize his property, then that might be more of a reason to laugh. But, of course, the context behind it all is quite serious. But I understand from a football point of view why it would be beneficial to a lot of clubs. Thank you, Druv. I hope you're doing good too. Let me know how you're feeling after Sunday, how you're feeling about today, what your predictions are, having seen the first 20 minutes or so. Hyla says, Liverpool don't use creative players anymore. They play over system. In that way, you are not dependent on creativity. Yeah, it's a different outlook on creativity, isn't it? It's less about individual brilliance, although we've got plenty of it. But as you say, more about that the system that provides us with the creativity. Minamino does well to keep hold of the ball there. James Milner's judged to have fouled, and he doesn't think so. Ooh. Yeah, there was a rumour about Conor McGregor. I don't, because that's been doing the rounds with everyone and anyone. Like, he was linked to Man United at one point as well, I think. And he wouldn't even be the owner. He'd have to get a consortium together, and he would just be the honorary official. He'd just be the face. He wouldn't actually be the owner, but I don't see anything like that happening. Get him as a director of football. That'd be a laugh. Watch him do some negotiations. Just beat the shit out of someone. Imagine a midfield 3 of Fab, Hendo and Milner, 2 agricultural. Put Thiago and suddenly works. Yeah. The comeback I would have to that is that it can work. Like, Milner is very, very old, so maybe not a good example, but rewind it a few years to when it was Wijnaldum, Henderson and Milner. I don't think that had much more creativity in it than what you've just listed. They got us to the Champions League final. Milner got, of course, the record number of assists for a player in a single Champions League season, which is quite incredible, to be fair. I think he got 9 assists that year in the Champions League. So it can be done, but I do understand your point. Of course, Everton also in trouble with their tight links with Alisher Usmanov. Aren't they? They're they were on the board of international fencing, and they've stepped down from that, which is funny. Wijnaldum scores goals, though, important ones. Well, if we're talking about the Barcelona ones, then yes, but in that season, the season I'm talking about, I don't think he got that many goals. Again, then if you compare it to Milner and Henderson, I don't know. Like, let's not forget, we are dictated a lot by our fullbacks at the moment as well. It's an interesting discussion. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just, putting forward my sixpence on it, and you're welcome to continue doing the same. Norwich on the attack here. They're going to get oh, no, he's offside. He's offside. Udries, hello. Hello. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Let me know how you're feeling after Sunday and what your predictions are for today. I mean, not the most awe-inspiring 25 minutes. Okay, well, in that season, Sarah, the one I'm talking about, where it was him, Henderson and Milner, how many goals did he score? And how important were they in that season? Oh, here we go. Oh, good work from the Norwich centre-backs to deny José. Milner's done well to win it back just when Norwich thought they might be getting forward. But Alisson plays out a goal kick that is out for a throw-in. It's obvious. It was always obvious, but you can just tell the commentators are desperate for Norwich to actually do something. So anytime they get over the halfway line, they're like, bloody hell, Norwich are playing well, aren't they? The cat says, I thought Wijnaldum was good. Great work, great. But if he was asking for silly money, then FSG were right to say no. No, don't get me wrong. I did really like Wijnaldum. And I couldn't understand people who just thought we should get rid of him. But it's sad what's happened to him. He's been dropped from PSG's Champions League squad. Like, he's Champions League royalty. Winning it, scoring those 2 goals against Barcelona. Like, he is royalty. But he's been dropped from that competition for PSG's squad. I mean, what a waste. Has Jen just posted a spoiler? What does that mean? We're coming forward here. Uh-oh. Jen could be in trouble. Is Jones. Simicas. Is Origi. Minamino. Yeah! Taki! He's not just the Carabao King. He's got a goal in the cup, in the FA Cup now. And he puts us ahead. Commentators, neutrals, desperate for Norwich to put up a fight, but they are a goal down now. It's an assist for Divock Origi as well. The 2 cup boys essentially linking up here to put us in front. Good build-up, to be fair. Like, there was a lot of passes involved in that. Cross from Simicas. Origi's just unmarked. That's so poor defensively. And he just plays it 5 yards to Minamino. Takes a touch. Like, all of his goals have been... I mean, that's a fairly simple goal in the world of Premier League football, but all of his goals have been so, like, calm and collected. He hasn't snatched anything. Like, he could have easily tried to smash that, but he's taken a touch, even though he's got a keeper and a defender running in at him, and he's hit that very, very sweetly. And you know, I may be made to eat my words, but that it should be a fairly comfortable evening for us now. Sarah says Taki is underrated. I'll always support that notion, Sarah. We agree on that one. There is nothing that man could do. Well, no, there are. But that man could play terribly, and I would still hope all the world for him and hope he can be a success here. Oh. He's like the 2022 version of Yossi Benayoun. God, I remember him. He was just such a beautifully consistent player. There's an Operation Anfield exercise. Does anybody know what that is? Just came over the tannoy. Thought it was the 4-minute warning then. Cedric says, tacky time. Yeah, I think maybe Benayoun just had a little bit more of a presence about him. The main difference. Oh, Jordan Henderson with a saucy little back heel there. Nutmeg. Oh, yep. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Wait. Let's do it this way. I know what I'm doing. I'm a pro. So I hope this doesn't restart the clock. Otherwise, that is a bit poo. Right. Please work. Please work. Please work. Yes, there we go. Love to see it. Harbinder says Taki and Origi are our best backup. Yeah, I mean they are our backup essentially, but they in the cups they've been very good together. They've almost formed a bit of a partnership, which is not something I thought I would ever be saying. Oh, fire drill. Oh. Weird. Sarah says, would you offer Origi a new contract at the end of the season? Oh. That's a horrible question, you know. Because with me, it's just like, do I trust him to be... Just in a regular game, do I trust him to start and perform well? And on most of the evidence that we've had, I'd say no. But I know how much he can bring in terms of being a superstar, or in those massive games, in those big moments, like, you know, Wolves this season, last minute winner. He can just pull stuff out of nowhere. It just depends on how worth it you think that is. Like, you know, what he would demand, how old he is as well, and whether that would stop us from looking at someone better, potentially. James Milner doing well there to stop a counter-attack, and he sets off Jota, a big diagonal ball. He's in the penalty area. He's got support, tries to go for it himself, and he's earned a corner. Travis says I don't want to see Origi in any other kit than ours. No, it would be hard. He's a hero. I'll give him that. No matter where he goes or what happens, he is a hero. I don't think I'd go so far to say a legend. I think you do need a little bit more consistency. The cat says Origi is weird. He plays better as a sub or bit part player than a regular striker. Yeah. I think also he just doesn't really suit our system. Like, the number 9, he's not a winger. He cannot play on the wing. and the number 9 is predominantly a false role, and I think he's probably better as an out and out striker, maybe even in a 2. I don't know. I think he doesn't. Our system doesn't necessarily play to his strengths, but you need a goal in the box. He can pop up and get the goods. West Ham equalising. We've got to be close. We've got to be like in the 70th, nearly 80th minute. Oh, 2-2. Bollocks. Oh, that's it. They're not gonna lose now. Timo Werner. Bloody hell. There's 10 minutes to go until the end of the first half here at Anfield. I mean, that goal has already knocked the stuffing out of them. It tells you all you need to know about Norwich. They've just got nothing about them at all. Why do you think Werner has done well? Do you mean hasn't done well? We were after him at one point. There's some people say it was a ploy. I think I wouldn't put it past us because we are very clever in the market, but that seems a bit. We were very closely linked for a few years. I don't know. Maybe we saw that risk or saw the way that it would work in our system and decided otherwise. I really can't tell you why we didn't go for him. Why he hasn't done well. I've read a few things. I can't remember what they said. So not very helpful on my part. The thing I always remembered from last season was that he got himself into plenty of chances, and if he was just a bit more reliable with his finishing, he would have had plenty of goals. Luis Diaz is injured. I didn't know that. Minamino has 6 goals and 1 assist in 8 domestic cup games this season. The Cup King. There's Gomez on the ball. Plays a nice ball through the lines to Jota. He fights off some fierce competition. Tsimikas, can he do something with it? Gets his cross in. Or just before it can reach Origi, it's headed up. Milner has it. Out to the right for Taki. He plays Ox down the line. Uses a bit of skill. Now Milner and Taki again. Very confident play there. Henderson picks it up. Taki again. Oh, Taki does well. That's a bit of strength. Oh, his pass is unlucky. Just behind Jota, but we've still got it. Tsimikas. Oh, crosses blocks there. Yeah, I mean, it's, there's obviously reasons for each individual striker, Sarah, of course. But you are right. Crespo, Shevchenko, Awful. Here comes the cross. I'm guessing there's a goal here. Tacky again. No way. Yes! What a strike! Jesus Christ. Make that 7 goals in 8. I love him. I love him. 38 minutes and he's on for a bloody hat-trick. I'm not even mad that both of these goals have been spoiled. I'm just so happy for him. Again, so much composure. And that's a bloody good strike. Right under the bar. Oh-hoo-hoo. Taki Minamino. Jesus Christ. What? That's clean. That's a clean strike as well. I'm telling you, Mane would have... Sorry, not to drag Mane. Mane would never have got that on target. Salah might have done on a good day. And it's an uphill battle for Norwich now. Like, what do they do? It's a competition that they can't really... They can't prioritise because they know they're not going to bloody win the thing. Ah. Curtis Jones full of energy, trying to win it back. Hope he doesn't do something stupid. Luton Chelsea game still 2-2, 15 minutes left. I don't see them unless does that go? No, it's extra time, isn't it? And then penalties. I struggle to see Luton being able to keep them the distance, and I don't see them scoring. That's all right, Harbinder. Everyone gets a first strike. You're fine, and you know it's obviously still an important game, but it's not massive. I'm not too gutted. Oh, nice. Nicely done. Simicast, plenty of room to roam. Goes for audacious effort. Well wide. Oh, got to change the graphic again, haven't I? And transition. Nice. So just confirmation on my end that it is in fact 2-0. 4 minutes to go. Really shouldn't be any extra time, added time at the end of this first half. Oh. Sometimes it just goes down the wrong hole slightly. So, upcoming on the channel, of course, West Ham this weekend. I will not be there for it. I'm in Munich, you see. I'll be watching it there in either a German pub or an Irish pub. So I think it's Chedu who'll be doing the watch-along for that here. They are coming through. Yep, Chelsea are winning. Damn. That would have been funny. That's it now. They're going to be through. Southampton winning as well. Sorry, yes, so I won't be here for the Tottenham stream. the West Ham stream, and it's also very unlikely I will be here for the Inter second leg as well. But after that, I'll be here for the majority of the rest of the season. No plans. Keeping the schedule free for those days. I know you're all going to miss me whilst I'm away. But we'll come back fresh for the rest of the season. Hopefully by the time I'm back, we'll be in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It looks like we'll be in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup as well. And hopefully we'll be back to 3 points. 3 points behind Man City in the league. Just another minute here. Let me know who's impressed you. I know it's not too big of a game. Not too big of an opposition, but do let me know who's impressed you. Of course, Curtis Jones has been running his socks off and looking very good on the ball. Minamino, of course, with the 2 goals. Origi with an assist. You'll be all right, Jen. Chedu will be doing West Ham, but who knows who'll be doing Inter. Unconfirmed yet. Might be Jack and Tar, might be Kris. Who knows? And then I'll be back. I'll be back again. I can't remember what our next fixture is. The weekend after next. If someone could remind me. It's a big month. We've got a few big games. Hyla says 9 goals in 22 appearances from Minamino this season. Really good return and a more than handy player for Liverpool in the domestic cups. Well, that's why I think we should keep hold of him. Alisson again's played it out of play there. Henderson giving him a bit of a bollocking, which is always funny. I mean, God bless Henderson. He has no problem telling off the likes of Van Dijk, Alisson, elite level players. I love it. Two minutes added on. Yeah. Still got a pack. We're leaving on Friday morning. We're like the first flight out of Gatwick. Here comes Norwich, though. They've won it in a good position. It's just wide. This should be it. Goal kick should be last action. Oh. Simicast shoved someone in the down into the you can just see his legs up in the air. Bloody hell. I reckon he's going to be in some pain now. That is half time. Bear with me a moment. Going to Munich, Sarah. Going to Munich for a weekend of footy. Going to watch Munich versus Leverkusen at the Allianz. And then, of course, I'll be watching the Liverpool game on the TV somewhere. There might be an issue here with that Norwich player. He's still... Oh, no, he looks okay. He's getting up. No, he's all right. Bloody hell, that was a bit worrying. Right, bear with me a second. So that's 2-0. Thank you very much. And then we should be able to just move on over. Look at that. Magic. I love it. I love it. Beer Fest. I haven't got a clue, actually. I don't know what's happening in Munich. We do well, before COVID, we did these football trips every year. We'd go to a different European club to watch them play. So we've done both Madrid teams. We've done Inter Milan. We've done Juventus, Sporting Lisbon, and Barcelona. So now we're doing Bayern Munich. And then who knows? Who knows what we're doing in future? But yeah, we apart from the football, we don't normally plan much ahead. So we'll just we'll be flying out there Friday morning, and then we're not back until Monday night. So plenty of time to suss out something. But to be fair, I think we went to. It was either Milan or maybe Atletico. The weather whilst we were there was just terrible, so we pretty much just found a really nice pub and just spent most of the weekend in there. We watched the 12:30, the full Gillette Soccer Saturday 3 p.m. kickoffs, the 5:30. Then I think we went and watched our game that we were out there for, and then came back on Sunday because it was still raining and watched Super Sunday. It was a dream, an absolute dream. It's going to be cold though. It's not much rain expected by the looks of things, but very cold. -5, highs of 7 degrees. So wrapping up warm, which is nice. Thank you very much for everybody who is here. If you haven't done already, please do like this video. It really helps us out. And if you are new, please do consider subscribing to the channel. You will love it. I guarantee it. So please do get involved as well in the live chat if you've got any opinions on the game, anything Liverpool wise, or you just want to say hi, you can do that as well. Thank you, Sarah. Matthias, off to Zambia in June to see my girlfriend. Lovely. Have you been there before? Well, I presume you have. I wouldn't mind going to Zambia. Be different. Sholem says, hi, I forgot to join before the match, but anyway, what's your thoughts on the 2-0? Good to see you, first of all. Hope you're doing well. Let me know your thoughts as well, of course. It's what we had to expect. There was always that possibility that maybe we'd be slightly hungover coming into this game, but we've looked fine. Plenty of changes, giving the fringe players a runabout. Minamino, there's just not enough words to describe how much I love that man. The cup, not just the Carabao Cup, but the cup in general, king. Sarah Marshall says, I did the Milan derby and also El Clasico. Both were great atmospheres. The best atmosphere that we went to was Sporting Lisbon, because we got to see their derby, which was against Benfica. And when I tell you, we could not see the pitch for the opening 10-15 minutes because there were so many flares, and you couldn't hear anything either because the ultras in the home end were just non-stop rattling drums, screaming and shouting. That was quite incredible. But yeah, the San Siro is amazing. The Bernabeu in its previous state was incredible. I enjoyed Atletico Madrid, like the stadium and the weekend in general, but bloody hell, Simeone's football isn't half boring to watch. I'll tell you, really, really horrific. It was like a 1-1 draw against another Spanish team who were like bottom half of the table. You says Origi has been quiet. Well, he got that assist. He did get an assist for Minamino, but there's not much to expect for him. My nephew's just tweeting abuse at me. Only reason we won the Carabao Cup was because of Kepa. Well, that's Chelsea's fault. That's not our fault. Hylas says, Matthias, you'll need sunscreen, block factor 50. Is it not? In Zambia, in like June, would it not be more their winter time? Oh, maybe I'm off on that one, but just showing the replays of the goals here. Oh, love that from Minamino. Yeah, sorry, let's double check these. So Chelsea must have won now. So 91st minute, Chelsea still 3-2. 12 minutes to go at St Mary's. Southampton still winning 2-1 as well. Sholem says, oh, excuse me. I'm hoping Diaz comes on and scores a goal or two. The man's a bloody god. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually bloody seen our bench yet. Let me have a looky. So, off the bench, because we've got a few youngsters, I know that much. Kelleher's on the bench. Mane, he won't need to come on. Elliot, don't really need to bother. Adrian, that'd be funny. Joel Matip, definitely not. Tyler Morton, like to see him come on. Connor Bradley as well. Put James Milner in the midfield, maybe. Luis Diaz, yep, give him some more minutes in the tank, I think. Because he came off before 90 minutes in the cup final, didn't he? And Andy Robertson, don't think he needs any more extra football. Matthias, so Zambia's summer is seriously hot. She's told me weather is my only worry. She came here during summer and said it was cold here. Yeah. So much of the rest of the world, our summers are cold. The thing is, we just have 2 weeks each year where it's just unbearably hot. We don't have a nice part of the summer. It's just either raining or cold or obnoxiously hot, and all the buildings in the UK are designed for winter. So there's no air movement. The hot air can't go anywhere, and the sun gets in really easily. So it's just it's horrible to be inside, and then a lot of the time there's no bloody breeze outside when it's like that. So you're just stuck, and you've got to be constantly having cold showers. So this year we've promised that we're going to invest in one of those fans, not a regular fan, but the one where you have to like stick that tube outside to get it going, and then it actually does blow some nice cold air about, because they're like 200 quid. So normally by the time it is boiling hot, you're like, oh, well, there's no point now because it's going to be over soon. But we're going to invest in one like June, July time maybe, because I ain't going through that again, because our flat is a particular hot spot, attracts the sun, and it's got no escape either. Crispy Bacon, thank you for joining us. One thing Minamino is very good at is floating about and finding pockets of space. No better. And then in terms of the lineup, better to give our first teamers a rest. No point risking them when this game is already sewn up. Yeah, exactly. I think maybe get Henderson off quite soon. I think get Henderson off, Milner into the midfield, and Connor Bradley at right back, or Henderson off, Tyler Morton on. Those are the first. Either or, the first substitutions I would make. Then I'd probably bring Luis Diaz on for 20 minutes, half an hour. Maybe Curtis Jones will be knackered if he's been running around the way he has for 70 minutes. Well, I hope it all goes well, Matthias. Got to impress the relatives. Gary says, if Everton go down, I will laugh. We'll all be laughing with you, Gary. Matthias says her only issue is she's a Leicester fan due to Daka. Oh, so is he Zambian as well then? I didn't even realise. Oh, that makes sense then. I'm sure you've told me that, but I was thinking, like, why Leicester of all teams? Shame Chelsea won. Would have been funny to see them lose again. Well, it's obviously shaky. I looked at I couldn't believe how strong their starting lineup was when I looked when they were 2-0 down. 2-1 down, sorry. Luton just couldn't hold out, but even so, they won't be too happy with that. I mean, sod's law is we'll get them in the quarterfinals, and they'll be even more up for it because we beat them. Yes, Oliver, I always remember you. You don't have to keep on asking that. I think you asked that last time you joined the stream. I remember everybody in the chat. Just about. I mean, Chelsea are just a disgrace to the Club World Cup shirt, isn't they? Celebrating like that, going a goal up against Luton. Embarrassing. So Minamino, going back to his goal stats, not just in games, but he has 8 goals in 830 minutes this season. Or 9, sorry. 9 goals in 830 bloody minutes. That puts him as our 5th top goal scorer and 5th highest contributor to goals, behind Firmino, Mane, Jota and Salah. It's not bad, is it? Oh, thank God. So you've answered my next question. You'll get the whole... I trust you to get the whole family watching as well. I'll leave that to you. No pressure. Highlight says the High Line working a treat in the first half. Kostas Tsimikas, an ever-willing runner, and Curtis Jones, a dominant player. And then you have Taki Minamino scoring at will. Sums it up. We're in a very good place at the moment. A very, very strong place. Avi, good to see you. Cheers, just popping in. I'm on 15-minute coffee break here at work. Let's go Reds. Thank you for choosing to spend your coffee break with us. Let us know if you are... Well, you're probably not watching the game at work, but if you are, let us know how you've been feeling about it. Minamino's been fantastic. Prince Ace says Chelsea won. Yeah, I know. Bit of a bummer, isn't it? Wasn't expecting anything else, but, you know, you see them at 2-1 down at half-time, and you start to get a little bit excited. Everton have Boreham Wood tomorrow. Now, that would be funny if something miraculous was to happen there. I'm good, Oliver. Hope you're doing well as well. Crispy Bacon says, I think Tsimikas has been great every time he's played this season. He has. So it's Harvey Elliott who's coming on here. Sholem says going to go for second half, join back after match. No worries, mate. Harvey Elliott's coming on for Curtis Jones. Oh, unless there's been some sort of injury there, unless there's a knock or a precaution, he will be fuming. If we know Curtis, he'll be fuming. Oliver, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Hope you're well. Huge improvement over his second season about Tsimikas. Yeah, well, the fact that he's gotten way more minutes in the tank as well has definitely helped. Wait. There we go. So I'm pretty sure Minamino, Curtis Jones has picked up an injury. I will change the score before anyone says anything. I will change the score. It's a different graphic for first and second half. There we go. No. Bollocks. Oh no, it's all good. So sometimes the timer resets when you change between scenes, but not on this occasion. Crispy Bacon says Jones has a knock or something. I think that is the case. It must be the case. You'd be a brave man to substitute Curtis Jones after a decent 45 minutes when we're winning 2-0. Here comes Josh Sargent. Wide. Oh, hang on, that doesn't look very good, does it? Wait a minute, I need to move myself slightly. There we go. So I make myself a little bit bigger. Whoop. Nice. Looked awkward. I was just sitting above the text. That's better. I mean, it's just the luxury of being at such a well-run club at such a good time. It's not always too much to talk about because life's just good. We've won the cup, won a cup, cruising into the quarterfinals. We're ahead in the Champions League first leg. Premier League at this point is still in our hands. Nothing to complain about, is there? Life's good. Life is very good. Yeah, Josh Sargent's on as well. He was the one who had that early chance against Kostas Tsimikas. He's never impressed me that much, but he does have a couple of goals to his name now. Always a chance to make a name for yourself, a goal against Liverpool. So we'll keep an eye on him, see if that forces Tsimikas to play a little bit deeper or not. God, Bojack will be absolutely raging there. Gomez gave the ball away. If he was watching the game, he certainly won't be after that. Playing it around the back now. So, Oxlade-Chamberlain's moved to the left-hand side of the midfield three, to where Jones was playing, and now Harvey Elliott in his usual spot on the right, which is always the slightly more advanced midfielder. Avi says, tell us a story about the best Liverpool game you ever went to. Well, I've only ever been to two. The first one was during Kenny Dalglish's second stint. It was, I think it was like a 1-0 loss or a 1-1 draw or a 2-1 loss to Fulham. And I had to sit in the Fulham end. So that was horrible. The second one was funny. It was funny enough. It was that West Brom draw that we became famous for. Klopp getting all the players to go and congratulate the Kop. Because we equalised in like the 94th minute, and he saw that as like a big moment, and that whole kind of picture became quite famous. I was there. I was at that game. So I suppose that out of the two, that was the best one. But yeah, I haven't been fortunate enough to go to too many games at Anfield or away. No, tell a lie. I've seen them. I saw them put three or four past West Ham when in our bright orange kit. That was a good game. That was at the London Stadium. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oh, off the bar. Off the post, sorry, out for a goal kick. Southampton 3-1 up. Matthias was in the cop end for Gerrard versus Olympiacos. Bloody hell. You lucky man. Wouldn't have minded being there. Liverpool again comfortable. No real need to go to up the tempo much in this game. It is Norwich who have all the work to do. They look to come forward here. Joe Gomez does well to cover. A nice back heel to James Milner. James Milner whacks it up the pitch. We've won it in a good position here. Minamino leads the charge. Plays it through to Origi. Oh, unlucky. Good ball and good work from Taki. What a game he's having. Best Liverpool game of Minamino's career. Well, it's looking like that. It's a good job it was not in January. Otherwise, Klopp will loan him out after this. Full time, Southampton are through. So is the draw today? Has it already been? God, and you were at the Man U game in our title-winning season. You're not just lucky on the stream. You're lucky for the team, apparently. Coming forward. Jota. Oh, it's blocked. That's going. He's appealing massively for a handball. That's a lot of confidence. So you feel like there might be something in that. They'll have a look. They won't really care too much, I guess. Well worked from Jota to open up. That was Suarez-esque almost. What a ball. Oh, James Milner just overhit. That's got to be a handball. That's going in the net. Yeah, but if it's they're saying that, oh well, his balls, the hand's close to the body. But I thought if it was directly stopping a goal, it doesn't matter if it was intentional or not. Oh well. Shouldn't be too decisive. Oh, God. My eyes are hurting. Here we go. Harvey Elliott. What can he do? Oh, Henderson. Oh, headed away. We've got Oliver and Patrick Greer in the chat, who are more interested in letting us know they're here. On the attack again. That's going for a corner. Corner to Liverpool. It's ridiculously comfortable for us at the moment. As I said before, they've just got nothing to offer. Corner comes in. Harvey Elliott has it. Oh, it's Minamino. He tops it up. Oh, it's a good ball. He is playing bloody well. It's not just goals. He's looking very dangerous. And again, Minamino completely unmarked as well inside the box. It's terrible defending. So Norwich have the ball in their own half from a throw-in. We've won it in a good position again here. José was our furthest forward, just couldn't quite get it under control. Norwich clear, trying to find Pookie, but it's back in the midfield. Now Milner's won it. Interception. Harvey Elliott, loose pass, but Norwich just cannot keep hold of it once they go beyond our first line of attack. Really, really struggling to keep on the ball. A testament to our pressing. Simicast does well to win it, and it's the easiest yellow card and free kick a referee could ask for, as he's brought down by Josh Sargent. Here we go. Free kick. Oh. That's a corner. Liverpool corner. Again, if you are new, and regardless of if you're new or not, please consider liking this video. It really helps us out. And if you are new, please do consider subscribing to the channel as well. It really helps out a small channel. And we don't just have watch-alongs. We've got all the Liverpool news you could ever need, all the Liverpool content, I should say. As the corners come in, Harvey Elliott goes for a strike straight into the arms of Tim Krul, and he'll look to... I thought he'd look to play it quickly, but apparently not. Everton suspend all commercial and sponsorship activities with Russian companies USM, Megaphone and Yotta. Toffees will remove signage of all three companies in £500,000 move. Interesting. I'm not going to lie, I really don't know what kind of an impact that's going to have. Tyler Morton's coming on. That's got to be for Henderson. Yep, Jordan Henderson off. Captain's armband goes to James Milner, and Tyler Morton does make an appearance. I'm glad to see that he's still in and about the action. me see. Can I lower that? Is my green screen going to be on show? No. Looking good. Sweet. So it's a free kick inside Norwich's half, in line with the 6-yard box. Free kick yet to be taken. Little pause. And we're back in action. So Pookie, Norman and Rashika are off. Dowell, Billy Gilmore and Jonathan Rowe are on. I wonder what Chelsea fans think about Billy Gilmore being on loan at Norwich. It feels like a bit of a waste, doesn't it? So, so my nephew is watching. He can't join the stream because he's watching on his telly. He said, he can't comment, sorry, because he's watching on his telly. He said, if there's one player that I could sign in the whole wide world, who would it be? If you put it like that, I'd say Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, I would snap up in a shop and I would take him at the club for sure. I think that would be unhinged. Norwich on the attack. They get across into the box. Josh Sargent heads wide and over. Big chance for them. Should have got it on target at least, you think? And we've won it in the middle of the park. Origi bringing it forward. Now Tsimikas. Origi again. Tsimikas dispossessed and Norwich clear. But there's nobody upfield. Gomez will collect it. It's interesting with Tsimikas because you kind of think, well, what's next for him? Because every time he comes on, he does exactly what's asked from him. He's consistently good for us, but from everything we've heard from Klopp, I'm not saying it's wrong. It sounds like there's not much of a way into the first team for him. Like Robertson is his first choice. Here we go. Can Minamino find somebody? He's carrying it so well today. We haven't seen this from him. His ball slightly short though, trying to find Elliott. Allison with a bit of skills. Here we go, forward again. Origi finds Elliott. Cross, headed away. It's just that kind of game, I think, Matthias. Like, straight off the back of a cup final, a lot of important games. I think everyone's just like fatigued, and everything's rosy and going well. We're expected to win our games. We're winning this game quite comfortably. With 25 minutes to go. Again, still no real attacking intent from Norwich. Even if they had attacking intent, not really able to get any sort of long-term possession of the ball or apply much pressure. Harbinder's hoping that Diaz gets some play time. We've still got a sub or two left, so we might see him for a little bit, but wouldn't be too surprised if we don't, to be fair. Yeah, good point by Terence in regards to Tsimikas. At the end of the day, he's getting a fair amount of football and he's at a top club winning trophies, so... Hyla, is that because of his agent or what's the reasoning behind that? I'm interested to hear. Mane's being pictured warming up here, but surely he's not coming on. I've just never seen Minamino look as crisp as he does today, and I know it's easy to say, well, it is Norwich, but he is looking good. Oh, what a ball from Elliott. Oh, Oxlade-Chamberlain can't get on the end of it. Would have been a certain goal if he was able to bring that down. Yeah, I mean, if I could get him without the agent, just as a player, I don't see why not. But I'm sure Hyla has a reason. Elliot Cross, Jota, he's been quiet today. If Ox does sign a new contract, can you please record Chedu's reaction? I think you'd want to see a lot of our reactions. There'd be a lot of fuming fans, I think. Avi says, question, would... Alright, would you be a ref, or could you objectively ref a Liverpool game, or would you be biased? No, I think I'd be quite decent, because I often ran lino for my uni team quite a lot, and it feels good making the right decision, I think. I mean, maybe I wasn't as biased as I would be for Liverpool because I kind of had a bone to pick because I didn't play much. So, oh, here we go, Origi. Oh, he's got to set someone up here. Oh, he's lost it. Needed to be much quicker there, the Belgian striker. James Milner. Good ball. Oh. The crowd have been decent today. I think they're also fatigued, but probably a little bit noisier than they had been in recent games building up to the final. Excuse me. Got a tickly throat now as well. Conor Bradley. Yeah, it would be good to see him come on. I don't think we need to bother putting Diaz in. He's getting minutes left, right and centre anyway. Oh, I can't imagine anybody hating you. I just hope Taki can get his hat-trick now. That's all I want from this game. Oh, that's brilliant from Kanate, winning a free kick in his own box there, holding off Norwich attacker. Oh, I've got older and mellowed. I don't want to say much, but if you've ever met Haaland, you would know that he's dumb as a rock, and choosing Mino Raiola as an agent, well, says a lot. Well, no, I totally agree with the Mino Raiola thing. I totally agree. And if we could get him without the agent, that would be good. But in terms of just scoring goals, well, to be fair, I mean, Klopp would just suss him out, wouldn't he? If he met up with him or spoke to him and didn't like the vibe, then yeah, he wouldn't go for it. But just talking on pure footballing ability, he's definitely generational. Matthias, when I played, I was Ramos. Do whatever it takes to win. Be nasty. Even started with long hair, no beard, then cut it and grew beard. Swedish Ramos. I think we've got to make that stick, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to make that name stick. Matthias, the Swedish Ramos. Drav says, Saka to Liverpool, can it happen? Is he the type of player who'd suit us? Definitely would suit us. I've just always found the link quite weird. Like, I just always think of Saka as like an Arsenal born and bred born and bred youngster. Like, I just don't see him moving to a different club, and unless it is on a free, which I think is what people are talking about, I wouldn't imagine they'd be too keen to offload him to a rival in the same division. Here we go. Rare Norwich attack. Oh, fucking hell. What a goal as well. Couldn't have a night off, could we? Just incapable. Oh. Well, here we go then. This could be interesting. We cannot get taken to bloody extra time. Yeah, Hyler did say something, draw us in. I think he has to take some blame there. Oh, God. It's just not the time. It's not the time for a game like this. Where's Van Dijk when we need him? Oh, you can't be wasting a man of Van Dijk's prowess on a 5th round FA Cup tie against Norwich. Like, we don't need him. We shouldn't be needing him. Wait, let me move myself a little bit that way, so I'm not hiding behind the scoreboard. Liverpool coming forward in the attack. A goal now would seal it. Here we go. Minamino hat-trick. Come on. Oh. Divock Origi has it on the left. Norwich throwing bodies everywhere. James Milner does well there. That's it. That's it. Lovely. Triangles. Keep hold of it. Brilliant. Yep, that'll do. Corner for Liverpool. Norwich player cramping. I always find it quite incredible when a Premier League professional player cramps up in normal time. So Sadio Mane warmed up yet again. And Luis Diaz. Bloody hell. Yeah. I mean, extra time would just be horrific. I genuinely don't think I could sit here and do extra time for this game. 80, 81 pretty much in 10 seconds time. Don't allow a counter. Keep it. Bad cross. Make sure we get that ball. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep, that's fine. Oh, big challenge there from Tyler Morton. He had to make it. That's thinking big, working smart there from Tyler Morton. He had to make that foul because it was a dangerous looking counter. This is not good. They've got a free kick now. They could get it into the box. Liverpool holding that high line. Here we go. That's fine. Alisson claims. Should have just let that go out for a goal kick, I reckon. Tsimikas under pressure. Sorry, that's Oxlade-Chamberlain. And he's lost possession in a dangerous area. Oh my god. No, miss out. All good. So it's Diogo Jota and Divock Origi who make way for Sadio Mane and Luis Diaz for the final 7 minutes or so, hopefully. Need to just see this out. I don't care how we do it. We cannot go to extra time with Norwich. Oh no. Alisson with a big save there. Christ, he's done James Milner there. As I said, this is not good at all. Right, Luis Diaz on the counter. Loses it. Yellow card for a Dowell and a free kick. Unlucky from Taki, trying to keep it in. Unsuccessful in doing so. So Norwich have possession in their half. 5 minutes. So we've just got to hold out for 5 minutes. Oy, oy, oy. Done well there, just keeping the ball, working the space, not being too unnecessary. Yeah, I'm in... Oh, no, actually, no. So you are about a minute ahead of me, Terence. Oh. It's a cross from Minamino. Don't win it. And now Norwich are coming forward here. Simicast does well, though. Gets us a change of possession once more. Here we go. Diaz. Oh! Just past the bar. That would have been it. God, he opens up the space for himself so nicely. Just can't get enough whip on it. Here we go. Ah, just shoved off the ball at the last minute. Mane thought he was through. And I think that's Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's down injured here. Norwich are still coming forward, though. Oh, my God. It's all right. It's back with the keeper. Unlucky from Milner. Liverpool take a quick free kick for some reason. It's weird. That Giannoulis has got cramp again, or picked up a knock or something. And I don't know why he hasn't just taken himself off, because he's just slowing down everything for Norwich here. They've only got another minute or so to try and find something. Here we go. Allison. Calm and composed. Composure, lad. 4 minutes of added time. Oh, God. You can almost see it here. Here they come. Well done from Canate. Three minutes to go. Luis Diaz brought down. So that should be a yellow card for the Norwich player. And why do we keep taking quick free kick? I don't get it. Hold it up. Diaz. Oh, bloody Oxlade-Chamberlain got in the way of it. Minute and a half to go. We're almost over the line. We must have done it. We must have made it now. I think the Norwich player just appealed for offside from a throw-in. That's got to be handball. It is. Stops the counter-attack from Norwich there. 20 seconds left on the clock. That's got to be pretty much it. Sholem says full time. I'm not even bothered about spoilers. I'm relieved almost. We're all fatigued from the last month or so, and especially this last game. It's the Carabao Cup final. Sorry, it's been such an exciting time. This is a good game to come into straight away. That's full time. It does finish Liverpool 2, Norwich 1. Made a bit more of a meal out of that than we needed to. Wait a minute. Let me get that right. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about spoilers for this one, Druv. We've had them all game, and to be honest, it hasn't really mattered that much. It's a game we were expected to win. We've won it. We're through to the quarterfinals. Fantastic. Hylas says Louis' nerves are shredded after the Carabao Cup final. They are. I need a break, to be fair. I need to go to Munich and just watch some football a bit more neutrally, I guess. But I'll be back afterwards and we'll be ready to close the season out and hopefully win some more trophies here on the LFC transfer room. No, Sholem, honestly, don't worry about it. For this game, it's been really hasn't mattered. In future, just wait till I react to something and before we go on about it. But really doesn't matter. It's end of the day, we're through. We've won. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how. We're through to the first quarter final in the FA Cup in the Jurgen Klopp era, which feels weird to say, to be fair. But we have made it. And, we're 3 more games from another major cup final. We're 1 game away from going to Wembley again. So I'd just call it a successful weekend. Yeah, I will. I'll have I don't drink beer, but I'll certainly have a drink for on your behalf, Matthias. It'll be good. I'll be keeping an eye on the watch-along here on Saturday for the West Ham game with Chedu. So everybody who's here, make sure you stick around for that. I'm sure he'll be at his loud and exciting best. Thank you, Harbinder. Hope you have a nice evening. Take care of yourself. Yeah, not gonna hold on for too long. It's we came, we saw, we did what we had to do through to the FA Cup quarter final. A good way to come back after a cup final. We're all tired. The fans were tired. Players were fine. Now we move on. This game will not live in the memory books. We move on. We face West Ham, and that is a big game. They beat us near the beginning of the season. It's a big game against them. We need to start quick and play well. Daddy Pig says easy win, but so many little annoying things. Poor passes, silly decision making, and Origi can't play 90 minutes. His superpower is clutch moments off the bench. Yeah, I mean, as I said, we did what we had to do. I wouldn't read too much into anyone's performance except for Minamino and Tsimikas and Jones. They were all phenomenal today. And good to see. Thank you for everybody who's wishing me a nice trip. That's very nice of you. I've been Louis with the LFC Transfer Room. This has been the live watch along of the FA Cup 5th round. Liverpool versus Norwich. It's finished Liverpool 2, Norwich 1. 2 goals from Takumi Minamino in the first half. Norwich looks like they might be on the brink of causing an upset, scoring about 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes before the end of play, but they couldn't find the equaliser. So we are through. Not sure when the draw is, but I'm sure we'll find out our quarterfinal opponents soon. And now it's back to Premier League action, thank God. And I'll see everybody after the weekend, after Tuesday. I'll be back on, so look forward to it, having a nice break. Thank you very much, everybody who's been watching, and I will see you, well, we will see